Guys, we've got a lot to cover today, from last night's basketball game to recruiting on the trail. Picked up a big commitment, Bob. Uh, might lose one of our coaching staff members on our football team, though.
Yeah.
But, let's start with Tuesday's court case in Greenville, Tennessee. The states of Tennessee and Virginia versus the big bad NCAA.
Yeah, and no matter what happens Tuesday, don't freak out because based off listening to a lot of lawyers talk online, they have some varying, things of what they believe. Most believe Tennessee will win this situation, but ultimately, uh, they're in this thing for the long haul, and what happens Tuesday doesn't really mean that this thing's not going Tennessee's way.
Well, it's just one front of a battlefield.
It is.
Um, we still have yet for the university to have a court case against the NCAA. We still yet have Spire, the Tennessee collective, to get involved in the
Yeah.
in the court case, their own case.
And they both are obviously ready.
Yes, they are. They've both went out and have spared no expense in getting the very best representation that you can get in the United States of America. Um, we know Tom Mars is representing Spire.
Mm-hmm.
Is one of several lawyers representing Spire, and he's one of the elite lawyers in the nation, Bob.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's represented or he's fought against Walmart and multiple other gigantic corporations and beat them, and then got hired by them. Uh, and then Bill Burke, we found out in the last few days that the university hired him back in December. And, he's nationally known too. He was special counsel during the Bush administration. He was on the team that prosecuted Martha Stewart. He has represented such high profile names as Steve Bannon and Robert Kraft, the owner of New England Patriots. Uh, we have not shot down to Newmarket to get a cheap lawyer.
No,
We
yeah. I think they realize, I think they feel good about the situation, but they also realize how important it is that they win.
the stakes are high. Being a repeat offender, you get hit with a lack of institutional control, Bob. Your neck is literally in the guillotine, and that blade is above you. Look, if you might say all day long we're innocent, but you don't want that blade to slide.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we know how, you know, the justice system kind of works with this kind of stuff. Sometimes, man, I hate to say it, but you can kind of somewhat buy justice with some great lawyers sometimes. And with NCAA, justice don't always fit their criteria as well. So when you're dealing with somebody like them, they kind of do what they want to do, and that's obviously what they're doing here. They're just trying to, hey, this is not right. This is not legal. It is not by our rules. But hey, we're going to do it anyway. So uh, you better fight somebody like that with some big dogs.
Now, one thing, Bob, I think's come up this week though that might have made the NCAA um, reassess,
Mm-hmm.
or maybe it seems they may have, and that is they haven't yet sent the notice of allegations.
It's a bit
What do
odd.
you read into that?
That's a bit odd because after hearing giving the talk with the university,
Yeah,
uh,
that meeting that you normally have with that team of investigators, whatever,
normally it comes right after that.
within days.
Yeah, and they have not. And that's a big deal because a lot of these other cases can't really fire up really until you have some harm, which is from the notice of
Yeah. The
allegations.
university and Spur is kind of waiting on that notice of allegations
Yeah,
because
I
that's
think
when
it's
they
what.
probably hit their cases.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say that the NCAA was surprised
Yeah,
by how much pushback they gotten out of this.
yeah. I think they felt like they would win the public appeal, the
Opinion.
media. Yeah, they would win in the media, and they really haven't. So that's one reason why they've kind of leaked some of this stuff out, which, by the way, violates their bylaws. Uh, but that's the NCAA.
Yeah,
They can break
you.
rules
Yeah,
all day long.
yeah. Rules for
Uh,
thee, not for me.
yeah, that is definitely. It's not surprising they have a former governor as their leader. But anyway, uh, but uh, but I think that's where we're at with that. So don't freak out too bad if we lose that situation. But I think we will win that Tuesday. But that's just another step, and there'll be more steps.
Oh, absolutely. Speaking of losses, though, we might have one on the coaching staff for the football
Mm-hmm.
team, Bob.
Yeah, Jerry Mack, running backs coach for the football team, is likely going to the Jacksonville Jaguars. Um, you know, I hate that, but he is, I feel like, replaceable. Running back coaches,
Normally are.
they normally are. They are elite recruiters typically. They are not one of your elite coaches typically. Not saying that
But he isn't.
he isn't, but that those type. If I'm going to lose a coach on staff, if I'm ever going to lose a coach on staff, it'd be running back coach.
Yeah, normally that's what you say. Just forget about who the names are. You
Yeah,
look at that position. That's normally the guy you think, okay, we'll lose him, bring in a recruiter, and at some point he may, your running back coach might even switch to another position that is more teachable. Uh,
right. Yeah, running backs. It's so much of it's natural instinct.
yeah,
I mean, there is a lot of coaching in the pass pro and stuff like that, but not to discount that job. But
their running backs are mostly born, but they're only partially made.
right,
So
true.
you've got to go get the guys, and Mac's done a great job of getting some guys in there and down there.
Yeah, he has. And but Tim, what do you think? Where they go with this?
Well, I mean, I think track record of Heupel is to promote from within on his offense,
Hmm.
and and he very well could do this year. He has a candidate, Max Thurman, I believe is the name,
Hmm.
but I expect him to go outside because we do need that proven recruiter.
I agree. I think that's a big deal. Typically in the past, me and you followed recruiting for many years. Um, you need so many home run hitters on your staff, and Tennessee don't really have as many home run hitters as you normally have. So I feel like they have to go home run hitter on this guy.
Well, we've got several young coaches that in the process of maybe they're becoming better recruiters.
Hmm.
Maybe, it's
Right.
a process. And uh, one of those young guys had himself a pretty good week. Uh,
Yeah, he did. Kelsey Pope hauled in a pretty good wide receiver, and Joaquin Dotson. I think I'm saying that name right. 6 foot guy out of Memphis
yeah,
area,
Collierville.
and 3 star. But honestly, I think the staff feels like he's better than that. And one of the reasons why I think they do is because of the guys they are also recruiting.
Oh, yeah. Pope is really in on probably 5 of your top 10 wide receivers in the country, Bob, and in good shape with several of them.
Yeah.
An incredible in state year for wide receivers.
Yeah, it
Uh,
looks like we got a real good shot at Cam Sparks, which is listed as an athlete, but
Top
really,
100 guy, though.
yeah, but he's going to be a wide receiver.
Hmm.
Redarius Jackson, which the staff really loves and thinks he's going to fly up the rankings.
Yeah, I think they believe he's a top 100 guy. They
Yeah.
love Darius Jackson.
Then that's not good enough. You were heavy involved with Caleb Cunningham, 5 star. I think
Too.
number 2 wide receiver in the country. And then the number 3 wide receiver, Jamie French, we're in on him. And, you know,
We got Marcus Harris. He's a top 10 guy
yeah, he's a
from out in
bum all the
California.
way down there, number 9,
Yeah.
you know.
Uh,
But, yeah, we're doing very well at the wide receiver recruiting. I'll
we're
be surprised.
positioned well.
Yeah,
I think we're going to have a great year on that one. I believe we get all the Tennessee guys.
I do. And I think we pulled one of the big time out of state guys, either Cunningham. I feel probably best by him, probably, but Cunningham, Harris, or French. Um, we can get one of those and then get the other 3 in-state guys, that's a pretty good
Oh,
haul.
you're thrilled with that.
Yeah.
Something that wasn't quite as thrilling though last night was the basketball team.
Yeah, that's an understatement right there, man. That was just horrible. I kept waiting for it. Okay, if we kick in now, we might be able to do something. We kick in now. We got to do it now.
How many times did you say kick in though during that game?
4 or 5 times.
Yeah, I was waiting and waiting
And
and
I was
waiting.
like, I'm still waiting.
Still waiting.
And we got rebounded badly. Seemed like we couldn't hit shots that we normally hit. And I will say this though, Texas A&M, they got hot.
They did.
They was hitting from 3 much better than they normally do. Sometimes that happens. That's part of basketball. The best team does not always win.
Lord knows. There's days, and we've all been there, Bob, when you get out there on the court just playing around, and literally the basket is an ocean. You just throw it up, and it's going in.
Yeah, I mean, I've had
another day somebody's put a lid on it.
That's true. I mean, that's true. I've played many games, and some days I am just feeling it, man. And then other days I'm like, this is the first day I've picked up a basketball. So so there's just have days like that. But hopefully we get it together because we got a game coming up.
Arkansas. It's a road game.
Another road game. I'm hoping the last horrible showing we had against South Carolina, the very next game, we looked really good. So let's hope we put this together because another loss to this one, and that probably.
Well, it kills us for the regular season.
I think it does. I mean, I think it makes it about possible. It makes it where you're going to have to sweep the last 4 or 5 games of the year.
And that's going to be difficult to do.
Yeah, because it's like the best teams in the conference.
Yeah, literally, I think our last 4 games, Auburn, Alabama, South Carolina, and Kentucky.
Yeah.
So as long as we can keep within striking distance heading into that last 4-game stretch, we got a shot at the regular season title. And, of course, really, to be honest about it, Bob, college basketball is a tournament sport. You want to be peaking at that point.
You do. And, I'm not going to get into individual players because, I mean, Coach Barnes, he's been coaching a long time. He's got a few wins. He might know a little bit more about basketball than I do. But I think right now we need to reevaluate playing time for certain players and stuff. And maybe just kind of, and it's a good time to do it. You're kind of midway point, kind of.
In the conference.
So, I wouldn't be surprised if there's a little bit of minutes shake up, for some of our players.
Well, a loss will do that.
Yeah.
A loss will make some reevaluations on the playing time. And there's no better motivation than the bench. I don't care what sport you're in.
That's true. Yeah, that is absolutely true.
So guys, we're going to end it here, but we'll have more on the NCAA case as it unfolds. And, of course, we'll follow the basketball team.
Yeah.
And
the Jerry Mack
and the Jerry Mack situation. I think we'll know something in the next 48 hours.
Yeah, that's not official, but it looks pretty official.
I can't blame anybody for going to the NFL right now.
Yeah, with the NIL and transfer portal, I think you're going to see more of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's definitely it's more. It's a better job right now.
It's an easier job for probably more money.
Or even if it's less money right now, it's better job than the NCAA job is right now. Yeah. But anyway, guys, go Big Orange. We will see you in a few days.
That's right. Go Vols.